episode. Shout out to everybody who tuned in for the last one. But yeah, we doing a remix tonight. Shout out to everybody who tuned in to the last one, man. I had a good time. Shout out to my last guest, and let's get it popping. But yeah, coming to the show tonight, my homeboy Cain WorldMafia, and he's been a real dude. He's been so deep. He's been cool as hell ever since I've known the cat. And I'm allow him to talk about some things, get some things off his chest, share some things on his heart. And then we just gonna have a good time. We just gonna chop it up. What's up, bro? Ready when you are.
Yo, could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Man, nothing, man. So I just on this grind, man.
I feel it. I feel it. I see it too, man. I see you doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for even, letting me out here, man. And, get to talk,
Yeah, man, no problem, man. It was bound to happen. It just had to be whenever the universe wanted it to happen, but it was going to happen, bro. Like, because,
Exactly.
I got nothing but love and respect for you, man. And thanks for appearing on my last tape, man. So I got to
Oh,
get you back on there, of course.
most definitely. I just seen it on Facebook too. I'm most definitely send you something.
Yeah, because I'm a visionary, man. I like to be around people who's go-getters, man.
Right.
And because I'm a go-getter. Shit, I'm
Right.
just really trying to just, put us on the map, man. Put something positive, bro. Like, it just, people ain't seeing the bigger picture. They're not seeing what I see. And
Right.
that's cool. That's fine. You
God,
entitled to
I call
things
that
like that.
God vision.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I call that
I
God.
like that.
And one reason why I call that God vision is because a lot of times you see something and you understand it, you know where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell somebody and they won't understand. They can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not meant for them to see it because that's what God gave you to see. You know what I'm saying? So, keep going, man. Because and that's why, like, one thing I don't tell everybody my business, what I'm doing, because a lot of people will start asking you, how you gonna do that? Or when you go to, they got all this negative stuff to say, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't nothing but negativity. That's evil to me, you know what I'm saying? Regardless if they're
Right.
conscious of it or not. You feel me? So respect to you, brother. Respect. Keep going.
Man, likewise, man. And yeah, man, I was just telling people that I wanted you to, talk about something that happened. Well, you can just leave some details out if it's okay with you, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I was really fascinated like last year when I talked about the riot that happened here,
Right.
and I didn't know that happened because they keep that shit like on the hush.
Right. Right. Yeah, they dug that article up like a fossil. You did.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, man, because, I like to be real thorough in my research, man. So when I looked that up, because I've seen that name, like the mayor's name,
Uh-huh.
on some things before. So I never really knew who he was or like, I just see the name. So when I read the article, I was like, what? Like he just let that shit happen?
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be surprised, man. Be
Yeah.
surprised.
And
Man.
that's where I draw the line that every brother is not a brother.
Right. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
So what was told to you about it, if you don't mind me asking?
Um, well, of course, you know what I'm saying, like I told you, that's family.
Yeah.
And the black house was my grandmother's house, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute.
Hmm.
So, but as a kid, you know, as a baby, I've been hearing these stories, you know, till now. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I want to call it a riot, but I'm gonna call it a police riot because they was the
Right.
only ones armed.
Right.
Um, okay, first off, the black house was my grandmother's house, and my uncle, which is Joe Cain, my
Hmm.
first off, my grandma had 14 kids. My mother's mom,
Hmm.
14 kids, and all of her boys. She had 5 boys. She only had 5 boys, and all of them was revolutionary. All of them was activists. You know what I'm saying? Around the
Yeah.
city a lot. And they came up with different groups to help feed different people, you know, get kids on the side of the road, you know, start basketball tournaments, just a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, to and they basically piggybacked off of everything.
Hmm.
So what happened was the law, they didn't like what they was doing, you know what I'm saying, at the time, because my
Yeah.
uncle formed this other group where he basically was protecting the people, protecting and serving the people from a lot of stuff. You know, back then it was a lot of racist stuff going on. So
Yeah.
basically he was keying in on that, came up with a United Way program for the people, like basically just to, you know, keep us out of harm's way from the law and, you know, people, you know what I'm saying, so-called people that's supposed to be your brothers and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So basically like my grandma had the house, the black house, basically like a safe house for my uncles to go, you know, and have meetings and stuff like that. And this particular month, July, it was in July, it was a hot July. Detroit was on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Detroit was on fire. And I don't know if you've seen that movie Detroit. You seen that movie Detroit came out
Oh
too?
hell yeah.
Yeah, that was basically a true story. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Basically it built up to Saginaw situation because that happened
Hmm.
July 23rd.
Hmm.
You know, July 23rd, 1967. And basically, after the Detroit riot, my uncle was in Detroit. My uncle Joe was in Detroit because he was a Black Panther, and that was where their headquarters was at.
Yeah.
So once he came back to Saginaw, he was letting people know like what's to come. You know what I'm saying? And they end up looking for him. The police was looking for him when they came to Saginaw. When he came back to Saginaw, and of course, you know, Saginaw is small, and you got to think about the times back then. It was
Yeah.
only you could pinpoint a group, you know what I'm saying, especially an activist group, you feel me? So they already knew what was going on, you know what I'm saying? So they was looking for my uncle. You know, they heard that he brought some guns from Detroit, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But it was a legal, it was almost like a legal investigation because it was
Yeah.
more hands-on before you could just, hey, what's going on, you know what I'm saying? So basically they went looking for my uncle, and they already knew his station. They already knew he was stationed at, you know, and at the time all my family was in there, you know what I'm saying, like my aunties and my uncles and stuff like that. Like, and you know, that was way before our time. You know, I wouldn't even thought of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But but my mom was there as a baby, you know.
Uh-huh.
You know, so if they would have took her out, I wouldn't be here today. But man, they shot the house up, you know, looking for my uncle. They asked everybody to come out the house. Nobody came out, and the police shot it up until it burned down, you know,
Damn.
and they shot a couple people. You know, my auntie, she was pregnant at the time. They made her come out the house. They told her to squat. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically, and the reason why I'm saying that, bringing that up, is because it just shows you the behavior of the situation of the police. You know what I'm saying? That it was more of a hate situation. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just searching for somebody, you know what I'm saying? It was more like a hate situation. So, you know, it was evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was evil. You know, and a lot of that just started from them looking for my uncle because he was the power source of the group. you know, and you know, my grandmother was in there also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My grandma, all her kids, and a lot of other people that was a part of the Black Panthers party from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people from Detroit came to Saginaw running from the situation, but it got
Damn.
more hectic when they got to Saginaw, you know? And like I said,
Yeah.
the reason why I don't really call it a riot like that because we ain't get to do nothing. Like we wasn't burning nothing down. We wasn't going around sabotaging nothing. It wasn't nothing like that. It was basically the police had all the weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like we was scared for our life, really. My family was. You know what I'm saying? What I was told, you know.
Hmm.
And the police did a lot of threatening the family and my grandmother. The reason why she didn't push the issue is because she was scared for her family. She didn't want to go back to Memphis.
Yeah, that's deep, bro. Cause that happened in Fred Hampton's crib too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And like when I watched the movie and stuff like that, um, it just was just gruesome. Just how they just not only use one of us to knock him out.
right,
They couldn't take him alive. So they had to have somebody drug him in
right,
order for them to be able to kill him. So it just showed you just the cowardly act that these officers um, had issued, and then just knowingly that you changed the entire scope of Chicago when they did that,
right,
because that was the last person that actually cared.
right.
And when you take one person out, you destroy an entire civilization.
Exactly.
And it's just really like astonishing because now you look at how Saginaw is now. And then like they infiltrated their organization and created their own United Way, because we didn't even know none of that type of stuff was going on. We
Right,
didn't know.
right,
And it just to think, like, where would we be at now if they would have just allowed them to do what they was doing?
right, right. Exactly. And that's crazy you say that because basically what they do is they cut the head off and then they make a replica and make
Yeah.
it known. Like just like people don't know, like the Black Panther Party, they started the WIC program.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they started the WIC program. You know, women's, infants, and children. You know what I'm saying? Like they was feeding people. You know what I'm saying? And once they took out Huey P,
Mm-hmm.
and they created something they own, but they kept it the same name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people don't even key in on that. You know what I'm saying? They'd throw the rock, hide their hand, and then build the house out the stones that they was throwing, and we go live in it.
Oh my God.
No, it's almost like a man that I mean I gotta say it. You know who kills, steal, and destroy.
Right.
And the story don't end there. It's a lot of situations where I bet right now if we wanted to, if we dug into that, we could give a lot of more than 100 examples or something like that.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just crazy because, like, we see the films and stuff like that. We see like documentaries of us, you know, trying to go vote, trying to integrate in schools and this and that. And they like to try to say that we the biggest bigots. And I'm like, look, I watched a lot of documentaries. I watched a lot of um, movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. Like, we ain't never lynched anybody. We ain't never stopped somebody from integrating into our schools.
Right.
We needed the National Guard just to go to elementary school, middle school, high school.
Remember Ruby Bridges?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
What? Look at
Yeah,
that.
my mom's side. Yeah, that's my cousin. I have found that out. I was like,
That's
yeah, hell
crazy.
yeah.
Hey, that's crazy.
hmm
That's one of my favorite movies like that around them, like them times like that, man. Because that was an impact. That was so crazy. That movie is so real, and
Yeah,
it's crazy because that's almost like a horror movie for real when you really pay attention to it. Like that young girl went through a lot, man. You gotta think about her mindset, her mental, you know,
yeah.
and that really understanding. Like, okay, it's segregated. This is the time of segregation,
Hmm.
but I'm integrating with these kids, with these students in this white school, and they don't like it. But I'm still going every day, and I get walked in by the police every day while they
Yeah.
yelling, spitting at me, threatening me. You know, man, that's traumatizing, man. You got to be a strong. I mean, I ain't even gonna say strong for real. I mean, it's just a different mental, man, and I hate that she had to go through that, but I love that we got to see it. You know, if you get what I'm saying,
Hmm.
like it's like, man, it's crazy, bro. Like that we even gotta, that we even had to go through that for real. But like I said though, I love Martin Luther King, but I don't believe in his dream. You know.
Oh shit, he eventually woke up, like, because a lot of people don't know, like, the last 2 years of his life, he was speaking like Malcolm. He was about um just he was about reparations, and he was about the Poor People's Campaign. I was gonna do an episode about that because I want to kill that narrative, because a lot of people only going by what they was
What they
taught, what they
what
was
no
indoctrinated.
right.
Because when he would
I
start speaking,
get to educate me on that a little more.
yeah, because
Hey, cause you heard what I mean, because I follow the teachings of Malcolm for sure, especially when he came back from Mecca. You know.
oh yeah, oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, because when Dr. King met Elijah Muhammad back in 1966. Elijah Muhammad, was telling King, like, look, I didn't have nothing to do with Malcolm's assassination. They set me up. They got people thinking that, like, I wanted to hurt Malcolm. I was angry. I was hurt, but I didn't want him dead. That was independent hit, which it was, because um, if people, if they remember the documentary on Netflix and everything, it was
Hmm.
really like, FBI, set that up. And of course, they're going to have people to do their dirty work and everything like that. But like I said, it was an international thing. It wasn't a inside job.
Okay.
But when he met Elijah Muhammad was telling him, like, look, you have to think about your people, like you being used and everything. So he spoke about the Vietnam War in New York. So once he spoke about that, that's when he became the most hated person in America, as far as um his inside his organization, because he had an informant inside of his own organization who was keeping them updated on his whereabouts and where he would be at. So that's why they had all those wiretaps.
Right.
And but he was starting to see, and it's an interview that he speaks on, like, I integrated my people in a burning house. That's the thing that people don't know about, and that's the thing that's, like, one of the footages is in color.
Okay.
And I tell people, like, this wasn't that long ago. Like, why y'all
It was. It wasn't. It
what
really wasn't.
no.
It really wasn't. That's why I love years and centuries and time, because it'll just show you, like, man, like, y'all know that wasn't that long ago for
No,
real.
hell no. Cause they get fooled by the black and white. But that
Hmm.
ain't one that long ago. Cause shit, we can make and take black and white pictures now. People would think, like, oh my God, that was 40, 50 years ago. Like, no, that was
I was
shit
to
5 minutes ago.
that
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But yeah, you just sit back and think about like how young that they were. Like, especially, I don't know if you're in your 30s yet,
Yeah.
but I'm about to be 35. But it just, when you sit back and think about it, like, dang, like they was like young doing this shit, and going through angry mobs and stuff like that. Cause he said that the worst like mob and worst situation demonstration that he was in was up north. Cause he said in the South it would be like a few hundred, but when he went to Chicago and tried to pretty much work on the slums, because he was working on public housing down there,
Hmm.
people came in thousands to try to hurt him, to try to force him out of town. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, what you doing up here, this don't concern you. Go back to Alabama or Georgia.
That's
This don't
crazy.
concern you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like I looked this up, like, and watch it, like this is ESPN, man, and just really be humble. I be appreciative, man, because these kids nowadays, bro, they don't understand like who died and how many people sacrificed their
Pay us.
paper and everything.
Right.
And so we can have these opportunities, man. That's why I always, man, give thanks to the elders, man, and give
Got,
thanks to the OGs.
got to, because they really died for us, for real.
Hell yeah, bro. And
Really
and
did.
and I,
If you
yeah,
could stand on what you stand on and die for truth, you die for your people, because you speaking. You're not just speaking for yourself no more.
no
So,
doubt.
so that's real, man. That's respect. But I want to get into this Malcolm situation real quick. Look,
Okay, okay.
I
Go
had the
ahead.
interview. I seen this interview
Hmm.
with is it Mark? No, not Marcus Garvey. You know that older comedian that speak a lot.
Oh,
He
Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Yeah.
That's listen. He had this interview, right?
Hmm.
He was talking about how the so-called nation of Islam, the four brothers that went in and shot Malcolm while he was on stage,
Yeah.
they was talking about how their intentions were cruel, but they had blanks in their guns.
Hmm.
You heard about that?
Yeah.
They had blanks in their guns, and basically there were guns. It was some type of barrels that was in the balcony up top,
Hmm.
and they did construction before he even came there to speak the next day. They did
Yeah.
construction before that.
Hmm.
It's crazy because that right there, like you said, it gave a whole narrative. Like, okay, that was deeper than just okay, the nation, we're gonna take him out because we're mad at him for what he talking about. Like,
Hmm.
no, that was the law right there. That was deeper than what we think. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the
Yeah.
only way to sum it up. You know what I'm saying? And to take him out, they understood that like we talked about before, you cutting the head off. You like a chicken with his head on. Now you got everybody scared who stood behind him.
Hmm.
Just like Martin Luther King. Like even Martin Luther King, like after he got shot, they said he was still alive. He said
Yeah.
somebody there and smothered him. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I understand that a lot of our leaders that did die or so-called got killed. It it's way deeper. Of course, we know that,
Yeah.
but it's like it's almost like a fear tactic. you know,
Oh yeah.
it's almost like a fear tactic. Like, man, should I speak the truth for my piece? Should I? They gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like a fear tactic, man. But then at the end of the day, when you really think about it, it's almost like you could just say they died for you. Your ancestors died for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I believe in them still. Like I believe in Malcolm X, man. I believe in him and Martin Luther King. Don't get me wrong. And it's a lot of them.
Hmm.
A lot of our brothers, the soul's still strong. Energy never die.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely,
you know,
and and also just um, a lot of us are so easily manipulated, and because just like Malcolm, he warned us about the media, he warned us about liberals, and we are still falling for the okie doke. So when are we going to wake up? When we are going to understand that they running the game? Because I feel like right now in this era, in this generation, um, like Kanye should get all the support. He should get all the protection from us,
right,
just because he's one of us.
right,
And I loving this, you know what I'm saying? Because
right.
they came at me yesterday. They came at me yesterday. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, who the fuck is y'all? Like, man, like this this is the richest black man in American history. Like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
he ain't switched up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to play the game
Hey,
first.
he got a motive.
Yeah, yeah, he's playing chess, and you got those house niggas who eat butter biscuits with jelly coming at me like I committed a crime, and I
But
was just like,
fruit.
this is why we would never get ahead because of the fact that we so quick to attack each other, we so quick to hate on each other, kill each other. When
Right.
the last time you did anything for the movement, for the cause? Like, don't ever come at me about my blackness because I've been buying black, I've been eating black, I've been showering black. I bought soaps, lotions, everything, bro. Play, what I'm saying, local artists' music. Help people, get elected. You know what I'm saying? I've done things for our people. And who the hell can tell me that I ain't real? You know what I'm saying? I'm real. You know what I'm saying? I'm more
Right.
realer than the nigga that driving a brand new car who got stacks of money, but he lost. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That
Right.
don't make you a man. What makes you a man is standing up for what you believe in. No matter how many people you lose along the way, because you're gonna lose some people, especially when you stay true to yourself and you know who you are, you're gonna lose some people. Because people are pretending every day that they're
Right.
your friend and that they got your back. They, have your best interest. But the moment you say something that they disagree with, they gonna turn on you. And I
Turn on.
had that happen to me so many times, bro. But
Leave
I'm
it.
still standing. I'm still here. Cause
Mm-hmm.
like I look at it like this. If I could live without my father, if I could live without my brother, I could live without anybody. So I don't ask nobody to stay. I tell them, like, you know what I'm saying? There's the door because I don't want that fake shit around me. Because we just need more people to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stand on our shit, man. We gotta walk
Do.
the shit the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? That's how
Yeah.
it is. Cause he's really giving us the game. And I've been telling people about, what I'm saying, even in my stories, bro, like I share knowledge, I share understanding, I share confidence. Cause shit, I don't have a girlfriend like that, or I don't have kids to motivate me. I gotta motivate myself. So I gotta, what I'm saying, push myself because I'm alone out here. Just like a lot of us black men, we're alone. Because a lot of people, like I said on my last episode, a lot of people don't think we feel anything. They just think that we just men and we
Robot.
smell good. Yeah, like we robots and we just dress nice and we got tattoos and we do
But
whatever, but
man, I tell
it's
I
hard.
tell I tell my girl all the time, I'm a human too.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just out
Yeah.
here, man. We out here doing the best we can out here, man, because we have a lot of adversaries instead of allies. We have few allies, but we have a lot of adversaries, and people don't understand that, bro. And And
Yeah.
that's why, like, I always try to um uplift everybody, man. But I don't fuck with people who show me who they are. Like, um, well, you show me who you are the first time. Like, I'ma just, make a decision. I'm gonna make an educated decision and like, okay, well, I can't deal with this person financially, but I can deal with this person on an emotional level. Or I can't deal with this person emotionally, but I can deal with this person financially. But it just all just, figuring things out at the end of the day, man. But I just try to just tell people like I take things personally because I would have not done that shit to you. But
Yeah.
I gotta cut you off. You know what I'm saying? I
Real
gotta
talk.
let you go because I
Real
have a
talk.
mission. I have a mission, and my mission consists of just making sure that these kids ain't out here, wandering in the wilderness like most of us had to. We had to figure things out just by going to jail or going to boot camp or going to the army, going to the military, going to college or shoot. Some people never figure it out, but
Yeah.
as long as people see me and see people like you, man, they will realize like, hey, there is hope for me,
That's real.
you know?
That's all
And
love.
I'm the only one that's in it like that. And people trying to be superstars and rock stars out here, and I'm just like, dog, like we in our 30s now, man. We in our 40s. That shit was fun when we was like 20, 21, man. But grown men, we grown women now. Like,
Uh,
what the fuck is wrong with
yeah,
you?
right. You right. You right. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a time to grow up, man. It's all mental. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. But I feel like, just to say, man, you a good leader, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we need more like us in the community for the children. We can't be scared. We can't let what they did to all our leaders in the past affect what we doing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of times what they doing now and what they didn't do back then is they paying a lot of our people to shut up.
Yeah,
Back then you couldn't pay a black man to shut up if he would stand on what he stand on. But nowadays, it's out the window because a lot of people, we don't stand up for nothing, and the world loves negative things. The
yeah,
world loves, bullshit. So that's, once if you could feed the people bullshit, even though it's bullshit, they gonna keep eating it. And you got the right person.
absolutely.
And if you got the right person to feed them that bullshit, they really gonna eat it, and they gonna come back for more. You know. But nowadays, though, we gotta mix a little salt with sugar to even get somebody to taste what we talking about. Or if it's just all bluntly sugar, if it's just that, they ain't gonna eat it. They ain't gonna mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they shy away from the real, man. Like I could be in a room full of dudes that's around my age. I start talking about the Black Panther Party or whatever. Like, they might know what it is or whatever, but they gonna shy away from that subject. And
Mm-hmm.
that, it ain't like I'm just bringing something up to create something from scratch and be like, hey, the Black Panther. I kind of I understand if they shun my conversation because they can't see the vision. But that was something that was already created for us, a
Yeah,
long time ago to help us protect and serve us because we wasn't getting that service from nobody, you know. But like I said, man, I feel like they did use that for a scare tactic to kill off a lot of our leaders to make us weary of even speaking up nowadays. That and that's almost like emasculation at its finest also.
yeah, yeah. And then they just won't us, um, because it's toxic masculinity shit. Like I hear that so much,
Man,
and I'm like, what the hell does that even mean? Like,
right.
like, because
Hey, you
how
ain't the only one though.
you said what?
I said you ain't the only one that thought like that.
Yeah, because I'm just looking like how masculinity is even toxic. Because at the end of the, because really, we all know what's going on, man. They trying to stop our numbers and try to, kill off any warriors. Because always make sure that like whenever I meet somebody like a chick or something like that, I told her that I'm not considered religious, but I respect your beliefs and this and that, but I'm more spiritual because we are spiritual people.
Right.
And I t- ask her and I tell her, do you know who you really are? Do you know that you one of the original people that was found in the Americas before they became America?
Real
And
indigenous.
absolutely. And I was just having this conversation with somebody, and I told them how they lied to us about everything, man. And you really have to go back to school, but with yourself, and just really like realize just all the lies that's unfolding once you finding out knowledge and once you really, you
Man.
know, reading it for yourself and looking at it for yourself. And it hurts because you kind of feel like, damn, I wasted my time.
Yeah, yeah, but at least you got enlightened at the right time.
Oh yeah, they hate me, man. They hate niggas like me, man. And I say that like because they want you docile, because it's like um it was this interview that I heard of Tupac's, man. He was talking about how um after the age of 30 they take the heart and soul of a black man in this country, because when you want to fight back, and when you were a teenager, when you lift weights, and when you want to fight back, when you want to shoot back, it seemed like by the time you turn the age of 30, they take the heart and soul out of a black man. And he also elaborated with he don't know how they do it. Either they take it personally or put you in the van and take it, but it just seemed like you don't want to fight no more. You don't hear any more loudmouth 30-year-olds talking like this. You only hear niggas my age because by the time you turn the age of 30, they take your heart and soul. And I felt that because when you see a lot of older people, man, they just tired. They just
Tired.
weakened.
Yeah.
They weakened by the system. They weakened by um, the atrocities, and they weakened just by shit. They just want to just get on with the rest of their days. But as long as I still have fight in me, bro, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna surrender. I'm not gonna vanquish. I'm gonna
Right.
prevail. We all gonna prevail.
Right.
But it's just that we all on our side have to be on one accord. Cause
That.
I don't know if I ever told you where like my logo came from, but I
Uh-uh.
got the idea. But I got that idea from the Memphis sanitation strike of 1968. I was just always like moved by that because that was a independent thing before Dr. King showed up, but it was garbage men. They was working full time hours and making part time wages, and they will not be able to get cars. They couldn't afford cars, so a lot of them would catch the bus, and they couldn't get in the showers because where they worked at was segregated as well.
Mm.
So when I saw that sign, man, that did something to me, bro. That sign really like spoke to me because it's easy to become a nigga. It's easy to become a terrorist. It's easy to become a tyrant, but it's hard to become a man. So I wanted us to get back to that aspect is becoming man. And we need that because I'm becoming a man every day. I'm loving this.
That's
manhood shit.
real. That's real. I just had a deep thought on that, bro. Like that's real. It's not enough true men out here, man.
Yeah.
Because of that, like a lot of man. That's crazy. You just hit home with that. You don't even know.
I try, bro. I
That's
just
real.
be so into it.
That's real. I didn't almost meditated on it and everything. That quick, I didn't close my eyes and thought about what you was saying.
Yeah, man. It's just because it's really like, we're the beginning, and then we go also be at the end. And we know like nothing lasts forever. And this country, man, this country had a good run, but it's coming to an end, shortly but surely. But I'm not going to be all over the place. I'm gonna be prepared. So while we chilling now, we semi all right. I'm gonna get this money, and
Right,
I'm gonna do what I need to do. And people not seeing the signs, people not noticing things or reading things and stuff
right.
like that. Like, I'm gonna be straight because can't save everybody, man. And I learned that the hard way. Even the people that we love, we not gonna be able to save.
Um,
But at the end of the day, bro, as long as you set, you good, you know what I'm saying, that you have the ability to fight and everything, sure, we good, and you always have a spot on this show, man. Anytime, bro, like,
for
cause
sure.
we still gotta meet, man. And
Real talk. We got the link. Hey, we gonna build. We gonna build something that only God could destroy, man. I feel it.
yeah, 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 man. Cause and that's the thing, like, I like to be around people like you, man, like that, just positive and strong and just fearless, man. I need that. I need
Likewise,
people around me.
likewise. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta
yeah.
mention I got a job too, bro.
You said what?
I got a new job.
Okay, man. Congratulations. What is that?
I'm a football coach.
Oh, snap.
I
I
coach.
used to play that. I used to play
I
football too, man, but I had
play for the high.
concussions.
Did you play for the high?
Yeah, I played for the High, man. I got hurt, man, but I don't do that no more, man. I had so many
No.
concussions in my life. I had
Ooh.
three.
In football?
Yeah,
Ooh.
and I'm still alive. Still can move
Still,
my hands.
that's all
Like,
that matters.
yeah,
Man,
absolutely. Like,
yeah,
it's a blessing that I'm able to still function, bro. Like, cause of concussions.
3 of them.
Ooh, yeah, three.
Man, I'm glad you blessed, brother. I'm glad you still here.
Yeah, thank you, man. Shoot, sometimes things that happens on purpose for your purpose.
That's real. That's real.
But
That's
yeah,
real.
bro. I thank you for coming on here, man. I
Thank
gotta
you for having
force
me.
myself go to bed for work tomorrow. But yeah, we go have a part two, man. We go chop it up some more, man, and stay posted, man.
Most definitely, brother, man. I love you, man. Keep your head up, stay strong, and see you again. See you soon.
All right, bro. Love you too, man. And God bless. Peace.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.